sure as the computer screen that you're looking at right now.
That's right. I tell people that.
So yes, I believe in Horus, and you do too.
And I am a Sar. That's why I believe in Horus, because
That's up to-
Horus
that's
is
up
my
to you.
son, but his name is Heru.
But these things
it's not
exist.
Horus.
These are real forces and elements that they're talking about.
The element of
These
force.
gods, quote unquote, exist as sure as the computer screen that you're looking at.
Well, you see them in the
Every time
sunlight.
you walk out of your house, you feel shoe brushing against your skin, because shoe is the air. These things exist. Now,
What he's saying is just
so
because
we're
you
to
don't see it,
represent
don't mean it don't exist.
the principle
You
of
can feel
Horus,
it, can't you?
they give him the head of a bird. So a lot of times they ask, well, do you believe in Horus? I know Horus is real, because every time I look up in the sky in the middle of the day, I see the eye of Horus looking back down on me, because the eye of Horus is the sun.
That's right.
Every time you walk out of your house, you feel shoe brushing against your skin, because shoe is the air. These things exist. Now, whether you want to say they have their own individual consciousness, I mean, that's up to you. But these things exist. These are real forces and elements that they're talking about. These gods, quote unquote, exist as sure as the computer screen that you're looking at right now. So yes, I believe in Horus, and you do too.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This is something you can take to the bank. You ain't got to believe the wind exists. Even after they blow your house down and make a tornado and blow your panties off your ass. And you ain't got to believe that fire exists. Even if it come and burn your house down and burn your panties off your ass. And you ain't got to believe the water exists. Even after it come and swell up in your basement and come upstairs and ruin your dinner and turn your TV off and all that shit and float your ass out the front door. Still ain't got to believe it. And last but not least, you ain't got to believe that the earth can make a mudslide and bury your ass. Ain't got to believe it. But you got to believe Jesus. So you go right ahead. But all those things I named before I named your Jesus, you didn't already saw. You're still waiting on Jesus. And the funny thing is, not only are you waiting on Jesus, you was asking him, or if it wasn't you, somebody else was, to stop all this stuff from happening that the elements can make happen. Seems to me like your Jesus ain't got no power over the elements. So you should start relying on the elements more. Peace and blessings. Mayad Hotel. It says, during the day the sun in his triple form of Capri Ra Adam covers his empire in the boat. Okay, listen. This is a form. This is a form. And this is a form. And all of this is zoomorphic representation. Not zoomorphic, I should say anthropomorphic. In other words, personifications of the sun. Now, right here in this particular one, you can see that the sun is in procession with his whole family. The sun family is what it's called. This right here, I'm going to show you what you're looking at right now. What you're looking at right now is my family. This is my family right here. Okay? Now, I showed you the constellation in his sun the other day where the big gray ship pulled him. I told you that was my father driving that. That's Adam Ra is what his name is. You could call him Ra Adam also. Or you could just call him Ra. Or you could call him Asar, Capri, Ra Harakte, Heru. All those names are names of the whole gender of sunlight processions as far as attributes of what life force is being given to the earth from the sun in coordinates or in junction of synchronization with its position to the earth. As you can see right here, with the feather there, that's probably the god's shoe. Alright, but I know this is Tahuti. No, this is female. See, I'm kind of blind. It's hard for me to see, but that's female, which is going to probably be Newt or Tefnut, because they will be the immediate people on the boat. We should have there, it should be Shu, Gab, Newt, and Tefnut is who it should be. And of course, those, oh, I know what those are. The two sisters. I can see that a little better now. It's a sign that said, this is probably Ma'at out here. I don't know. It's hard for me to say, but this is definitely feminine out there. And she's definitely self-sustaining, because she's not even in the boat with the rest of them. They're all self-sustaining. But I'm saying, she got to really be super bad. She got her own little djed right there, type of foundation on the square, which is mostly for pharaohs, like a sar, you know. But as you can see, the feminine, and she does have a flared whip. So I'm going to suggest that this is Ra's daughter, Ma'at, is what I would suggest that personification to be. You can see the Lion of Judah. They always try to steal shit. You can see it right there on the boat with us combating people, okay? Lion being synonymous with Africa anyway. There's no damn lions in Jerusalem, okay? Come on now. There's a Sar. You see, he's actually propelling the boat, pushing it. Even though they call him Ra, which he is supreme over all deities, even the father of Asar and Asar himself, you can see the true rulership crown always goes back to this headgear, as you can see him at the front of the boat in control. That's always accustomed with the god Asar, even though in this picture, the depiction of the movement of the solar boat is what that is. See? Now they call this ancient mythology is what the Europeans want to call it. But it's not mythology when I actually show you the sun ships. See, that's what we have to deal with. See, it's not a myth anymore because, okay, wait. This is what I'm going to do. Instead of talking a bunch of crap, how about if I just show you? See these wings right here? So much for that. Ain't having it. Yeah, okay, now look. P-Gang, Lion of Judah, Tahuti, that we find in South America. They had a whole damn temple of Tahuti there, a whole little location called Tahuti. You can see this wings of Ma'at with the sun disk. These are the same wings that I just showed you with the Sar. These wings represent flight, growth, consciousness, elevation, the rising of the chakras. That's why it's elevated. As you can see, it's in the pole of east and west, showing you movement from sunrises, sunset. So it shows you, you see, it's in a position of both, meaning that it's moving toward, you can see him turn to the east, to God Tahuti, in adoration of the sun. You can also see right there with the arms thrown up to worship, adoration of the sun being high, that which is above. Okay, but now watch this. When it passes here, it's the setting sun, as you can see them paying homage to the two sisters looking this way, as you see on the stern, and you also can see the goddess Ma'at out there. So they're definitely looking at the setting sun here, which is going to be Atum. Okay? This is the sun that's highest above the zenith. which I'm sure they're going to be calling, it's Capri Ra Atum is the way it goes. And you can see that all faces paying homage that way, meaning that the sun has moved from this position here, and it is here, and it's setting sun. And this person right here is also looking at the sun rise and giving adoration to it, because the sun rise is here. So they're put in a position where the sun going to rise right here, as you can see, that being the equator, or the passage of the earth. This whole block right here being symbolic with the upper region of the earth, and the sun rising from here, crossing right there, being in the middle of the horizons, which we know is the equator. See? Right there will be where it will be. And this will be east, and this will be west. So you have this person paying adoration, which is the Houthi, to the rising sun. This person paying adoration to the setting sun, yet the rising sun also, because the rise would have been right there. Even though they're in the boat right here, that's in relativity to this being positioned to this foundation, being synonymous with the earth, or symbolic of the earth. So don't let the boat throw you off. The boat is just set there to give you a method of the solar movement being a boat, movement of a boat. This is where the whole ideal of Noah's Ark and all this stuff originated from, the Kemetic people. I'll prove that to you later. But this is how it's perpetuated with him and his family. And I showed you that when I showed you all of the light ships at the X. That's the whole family, what you call the 7 cosmic forces. There they go right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the boat. This one being zoomorphic, but these being personifications. And 3 of them being sun god, male, but the same. I told you 3 became 1. Remember? I always tell you that. So it's 1 that has 3 personifications. In this case, 1 becomes 3. And they all be in relative directions to speaking of the overall encompassing God coming to earth as ruler of the heavens and the earth. See, this is how it goes. This is the bottom V and the upper V. And they connect like this. And then they make that X like that. And right in the middle of that X is the woman's vagina that we all are spiraling down in. That's why it shows you the spiral. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to go show you all that. Keep all this stuff in mind, okay? Sometimes he go only by himself, meaning in his own means of help for the same God rowing. This is by himself when you don't see 2 suns. You only see 1 sun. Right now we get the pleasure of seeing all of these suns together. Now the reason they say that there is times when he go alone, because that's true. We see our sun a lot when there's only 1 sun. There's not always 2 suns. Nibiru is not always around like it is right now. So he's not always in the company of his family like our son is right now. For the most part, is Ra by himself. His daughter has not returned. When you saw him in the last picture right here, this is his whole family together, like I've showed you around the lights, with all the starships, with Nethbet and Sekhmet and Bast and all that, okay? These are the personifications of just the feminine essence created.